Yeah, and for you too, or?
I think Going Missing, it was one of the first songs we recorded, you know, and Duncan had written it a long time ago. It was called Salford Links, and I remember coming in and singing my own tune and my own lyrics, and it felt like it still sounded like a nice hybrid of the old song and what I was doing. It didn't sound bolted on in any way, and it didn't sound forced. And I remember thinking how the chorus lifted off, and there was nothing to it really. All I'm singing is I'm going missing for a while, you know. I'm not doing anything amazing with the melody, but there was a lift.
Okay.
And I remember thinking, some of these other songs are a bit dodgy, but this one's amazing. You know, like, you know, you work hard on the songs. And
So why are you laughing now?
No, I'm just laughing.
No, I mean, I thought maybe you had a subtle memory.
Going Missing is one of my favourites as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how do you look back now on you see, yeah, a certain trigger? How do you look back on it now? Because it's been three years, I think, 3 or 4.
Yeah.
It's been, yeah. I mean, we made it
in 2006?
late 2004. Released it in 2005.
Okay, 2.5 years. How do you look back on it now?
I think it was a record of its time, and I think it'll stand up in a few years down the line when people revisit or visit for the first time that record. I think it'll stand up. I think it's a great record, you know. It's of its time, and we captured how we were at that point.
I can't think of anything better to say.
Yeah. And what is then for you the main difference now with this new album?
Well, the songwriting approach is similar, but the sound itself is different. I mean, as I said before, it's a more open-sounding record, also heavier in places, and it's kind of heavy melodic rock, really. So it is a bit different to the first record, but it's just the progression, really. I mean, we still have the same energy and stuff, but I guess it's just a new kind of phase.
But can you be a bit more precise, maybe? Just to pinpoint what did you learn? I mean,
I think over the last 2 years we realised what we could do as musicians. You know, playing the songs from a certain trigger live every night. People used to come to the shows and go, "Wow, that doesn't sound anything like the record. It sounds heavier. It sounds like a lot darker in some way. You know, it's more aggressive." And you know, we always intended those songs to be aggressive, and we thought that they were, and I still think that they are, but you realise the capabilities that you have, and you know, I think the record is more dynamic. It has ups and downs that are more pronounced. You know, the heavy bits are heavy, but it makes the lighter bits come out a little more. There's a bit more contrast and light and shade.
But did you do it on purpose?
Yeah, I mean, you once you've written the first record, you know, you look at it and go, what is this? And to me, it's kind of 3-minute pop songs, you know, with a punk attitude and an intelligent, emotional approach to the lyrics and to the making of the music. And rather than sort of make such a spiky record, a jagged sort of sounding record, we tried to make it a bit rounder and fuller, you know, and I suppose that ends up being a heavier sound, something with more weight rather than a heavy metal sense of heavy. You know, the emotions are more in tune with the rest of the world. They're not just, I guess the first record's quite internal, you know, it's like very personal, reminiscent, and this new one sort of looks around a bit more musically and lyrically. We made a conscious decision to build on the songs instead of writing similar ones. You know, you go, well, you know, how can we make this fuller? What works for this song? And you know, is it a piano? What should we do with the rhythm? You know, how can we make the rhythms different on this record? And it just feels like, yeah, it's not as simple anymore. It's a bit more complicated, and that's definitely a conscious decision because, you know, you choose to make it more challenging for people, but still fun and still exciting.